So, how are you guys?
Real good. Tired,
yeah.
but yeah, super hyped after that.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's good. How are you finding the festival so far?
Good. I mean, I think it's one of the things that like this festival's a really good opportunity for anyone, like bands like us, just to try and sort of platform yourself onto like, kind of being able to play with bands like Mayday, bands like Mayday Parade, We Are the Ocean, Francesca, Blackout, things like that. It's a really good opportunity for us, and just generally overall, it's a great thing I think for Liverpool and for live music. So I'm really enjoying it. You?
Yeah. Are you most excited about sharing the stage with at Hub?
I'd say for a couple of them we've already played with. Like we played with We Are the Ocean and Mayday, and that was such a good, that was an awesome experience. So that's always really nice to be able to play with bands that you love as a general, as to like bands that you can listen to, bands that we do listen to, and then to play with them again. But all of them, I think everyone on the bill today we really respect as bands. So it's always great to play with bands like that.
You're getting really quite big in the underground scene. How you find yeah. So I've been. That's what my research just said. Yeah. So how are you finding that kind of reaction?
I didn't know,
so
but yeah, I mean it's always a great thing when you start getting recognised for doing something that you love. So like anyone that listens to our music is always really respectful of everyone that checks us out and sort of listens to what we've got to do and what we've got to say. So yeah, it's nice to sort of know that we've got a bit of an underground following. But yeah, really happy with that.
That's good. I listened to a live, I'm not sure, acoustic sessions. Can we expect any more releases this year?
Yeah, we're actually going down to Outhouse Studios to record with John Mitchell, who's just done Don Broco's mini album, Big Fast Smile. So yeah, the stuff that we played today, we played a couple of new songs which are hopefully going to be on the EP, but there'll be an EP out later on this year.
Cool. Are you guys doing any more festivals or anything this year?
No, we've just been concentrating on writing the EP really and doing the odd show. We've got a couple more coming up in Liverpool and stuff, and we're really just concentrating on writing really and getting.
Yeah, the past few weeks has really been, the past few weeks and months has really been about sort of redefining the sound, building on what we had already done, and trying to evolve a little bit to sort of fit with what we're feeling now. But yeah, I mean, I think we're playing Barfly Mask this week with a Punk Rock 101 show, and then we're supporting Futures on the 9th of June with Lower Atlantis and Pegasus Bridge, which will be a really nice thing to do.
For those who don't know you, why should they go and see you live?
Because if you don't, I'll come and find you and then just make you listen to it instead. No, I think we like to put as much of ourselves into the set as we can, and anytime we play, we want people to feel the same sort of excitement that we do when we go on stage as a live thing. So I think that's why I'd say to people to come and check us out, because it's an enjoyable thing to do.
Are there any Liverpool bands that you think people should check out? Apart from you, obviously.
Drop the Gale. I mean, we share a band room with those guys, and they just keep going from strength to strength with the stuff they're writing. With the new stuff they're writing at the minute, sounds really good.
I'd say Four Eyes as well.
Yeah, Four Eyes is really good. Yeah, they're two of the sort of the ones that we're kind of really looking at the minute, because they're doing a lot of really good stuff, like really entertaining and really kind of Four Eyes especially.
I'd say Liverpool as a scene, it's developing. Like stuff like this is really pushing it. Like hopefully, like after like a lot of the people there will be like, oh well, if they can get in the band. So like that's what happened with us when we were kids and that. We were that age. We'd see bands from Liverpool. We'd go and they were like, "What, you can actually be in a band and be from Liverpool?" I thought they were all from miles away.
Like America.
And you're like, "What? Then if they can do it, so can I?" type of thing. I mean, I don't want to see that like as like oh, look at them, they're my idol, I want to be like them. But it's like you see a band from like America and you're just like, wow, I'll never be like that. But then you see a band from around yours who are doing okay, and you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I can get involved in that. Then I'll maybe I can do it. Yeah.
I think it's one of the big things about Liverpool. It's a really good place for live music. There's lots of like new talent always coming out, and the amount of things like Sound City especially and Hub Festival as well really gives everyone a chance to access live music. And I think it's a really important thing, because live music I think as a whole needs to be recognised more. And obviously you've got like your big bands like Mayday Parade and Blackout and stuff, but little bands as well. Like we'll still go and check out like underground bands like ourselves. Obviously we like it when people come and check us out. They've never heard us before. But that's what I really like about Liverpool. There's so many little places like Zanzibar and all, the little kind of venues where you can check out new stuff that you wouldn't expect.
Do you think there's too much of a Beatles shadow in Liverpool? Like, there has to be some kind of...
It's something you can't change, really.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve it. If you listen to the songs, you've got like albums and albums and albums, and like, what was it, like doing around for 10 years?
Yeah.
And you just got like 10 albums out or something with stupid like that, and it's varied, and they're a superb band. I mean, you grow up on them, don't you? Everyone's mum and dad around here just bang it, you know, every word to it, every song.
I think it's, people always sort of mention the Beatles as Liverpool's kind of band, because they are, you know, they're the biggest things that ever come out of Liverpool, but then, you know, there's other bands like the Coral, the Zootons, you know, like Hot Club de Paris as well, they're still bashing about it on Mushy Mushy records, and they were always one of my favourites. But there are other big bands that come out of Liverpool, and I think it's a good thing for our city to be able to have that kind of, those kind of names behind us.
Okay. What are you guys' influences?
Oh, anything and everything really, isn't it? Like when we first started writing, it was kind of like Kids in Glass Houses, You Me at 6, things like that, Mayday Parade and stuff. But as we've been writing now, we've all been listening to a lot more kind of like the newer pop punk bands that are coming out, like the Wonder Years, Swellers, you know, those kind of bands.
Oh, pop punk as well, like actually we mentioned Drive Through, like that is literally what we grew up on. It's like
all the Drive Through.
I still listen to it in Plain View every day, and it's like, it's just like when you find audience, it's what you listen to, and then you just like what you think they like.
I think we try and take as much influence as we can from other bands, but also keep our own spin on it, so that people can go, oh well, I like that because it sounds a bit like that, but it still sounds like, you know, your own band. I think that's the important thing in a band, to take influences, but always make sure you're your own band. You don't just want to be a replica of another band. Always make sure you've got your own spin on it and your own stamp.
Yeah.
Do you find it a bit hard to keep up with other pop punk bands that scream?
Not really, because I personally think screaming's on the way out. I think
I'm just like with screaming, I'm just like not into it anymore. It's like I was into it when like Silverstein were out.
Yeah, I mean it's like Decade do it in a different way entirely, because they're still pop punk. But they've got like this kind of harder edge to them as well, so I don't think you could really classify them as a pop punk. It's like more shouty kind of thing. Like I think shouting has come in a lot more. Like you can tell with We Are the Ocean's new album, like Dan stopped screaming as much and really gone for the kind of the shout sing kind of thing, and I think that's what's coming through now a lot in that kind of music. But I think it's not really hard to keep up with, because they're different kinds of bands. Like when you've got a screaming band or a singing band, you listen to the two separately, and you go, oh, well, I like that band because they do that, but then there's a band there that sings. So I think it's a hard thing to compare the two. But I think, especially around Liverpool, you'll still get bills where you end up with like a full-on screamo band with like bands like us who are a bit like, oh, in that situation, yeah, it is a bit tough, because it's like you don't really know what to expect from the crowd, whether they come to see you, whether they come to see a band that's got a bit of a harder edge. But in general, no, I think it's each to their own, isn't it?
Yeah, if you like screaming, you go to your screaming, and if you don't, you're just like, well, it's not for me either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think overall I think it's always good to keep a wide kind of taste with music, and anyone that's into, like, there's people out there that I've just been speaking to, and Alex from Decade was stood next to me, and they were like, oh, we really like both your bands, because I think especially the younger generation now really are brought up on, doesn't make me sound old, I'm 24 tomorrow, so, but like the younger kids now are they're brought up on a really wide variety of stuff, and so they've got so much to choose from. They can go, well, I really like that, but I also really like that. So I think it's a nice thing to have that kind of choice, and especially in the bands that you listen to.